What's up, YouTube, Facebook? This is Jay, Trucker 717, and we are partying in 717. I know y'all like that old school. I do too. I'm kind of losing my voice. I partied New Year's 2016. No, I did. I was driving. I was driving during that time, but I somehow lost my voice, maybe from talking too much. But what is up? It's been a while since I did a video. Been pretty busy. My camera equipment got stolen, y'all. Sad. But yeah, I'll get back to it. But get some more production equipment. What is going on? Not much is going on in the news. I am on my way to Sterling, Illinois, to the Tyson plant. Spent a nice little holiday. Let me turn this signal off. Spent a nice Christmas day at the house. Loved it. For all you truckers that were able to spend Christmas holidays at your house, that was great. But those who are out on the road, hey, that's what we do. That's who we are. They are talking. Let's see what's in the news here. They are talking about. They got a couple new trucks they're trying to come up with. New trucks. One is the. I don't know if I talked about it before, but one is the driveless truck. Yeah, they're talking about self-driving truck. Basically, it's no different than the cruise control. It's, you know how you had turn cruise control, automatically turns on the engine brake in the 2015 and 16 Freightliners. It'll set it on cruise. It will cruise at a certain speed, and it will adjust the engine brake, or whatever it needs to do to stay and maintain that spill up and down hills. Well, the new driveless truck is not completely driveless, and I know a lot of truckers are like, that's all we need is something to replace our job. That's not what they're talking about. What they're talking about is more control, more safety. Basically, what they want to do, just like you turn cruise control over and it controls your braking and your speed, it will also control the steering, and it will use radars to determine the lines on the freeway, and basically it will keep you on the road. And there's a lot of already controls out like that today in the cars, where they do lane movement and things of that nature. But that's what they're talking about in the driveless truck. So they're trying to come out with that. That's something new that's coming out. They want to set speed limiters in all the trucks 65 miles an hour. Oh, come on now. Regulation. That's what they're talking about. Basically, they want to put limiters on trucks 65 miles an hour. Again, I'm pretty much fed up with regulation, but that's what they're trying to do. Also, what they're coming out with on this, they're trying to come out with more fuel-efficient trucks. They have this truck that they've already tested. Basically, 65 miles per hour. The truck, and they tested it on different terrains. It wasn't just one terrain back and forth. They did extensive testing at 65 miles an hour. I think the load was around 65,000 pounds total, truck and the actual load. It's kind of light, but they're talking about 12.5 miles per gallon. That's what the truck got at 65 miles per hour with a load, total weight of 65,000 pounds. 12.5 miles per gallon, guys. That's almost 5. But they're talking about, they want to increase at least 40%, and going from 6, 7 to like 12.5. Yeah, that's pretty good, guys. that's what they're talking about doing. And you know, if they come out with that, that will be definitely beneficial. Now, I know a lot of you guys seen this, but let's take a look at it. If I can get my internet back on. Basically, it was a picture of a truck that ruined a historic bridge. And right in front of the bridge was a big old sign that said no trucks. No, it had weight limits and everything. And the guy just completely went past the sign and just tore that historic bridge up. What is going on, truckers? Learn how to read, man. I'm like, I mean, it was like, I mean, they actually showed a picture of the bridge and the truck as it completely collapsed the bridge, you know, it tore up the bridge and everything. Bridge is laying on the ground. And right beside there's some big old signs. No truck, weight limit, don't come this way, please go somewhere else. But he still managed to go across that bridge. No, I'm going across this bridge. Ah! All right. Y'all know I love to have fun. But, yeah, look at here. Yeah, my Denver Broncos did it. Yes, we did. I know. A lot of you said, they ain't going to do nothing. They're going to choke in the playoffs. But the Broncos did their thing. They are the #1 seed in the AFC, which is a good thing. I hope to see the Broncos and the Panthers in the Super Bowl, but that may not happen. I know a lot of other guys are talking about teams. Arizona's looking good. Pittsburgh's looking good. Kansas City's looking good. I mean, there's a lot of teams out there. I probably forgot a few. Seattle's looking good. So there's no lock on the playoffs this year. But I'm glad to see them do well. And my man Peyton Manning came back in, the sheriff, and did his thing. Yeah, he's about ready to retire. He's on his last leg, but he's still a force to be reckoned with. What else is going on? That's basically all that's going on in the news. Hey, I miss you guys on YouTube and Facebook. I appreciate you guys supporting me. I always see people every now and then on the streets and stuff, and you know, they tell me how they listen to the channel and how they appreciate it. I'm going to keep doing this until I croak. But it's just about keeping up with what's going on in the news and keeping up with trucking, because the more we communicate, the better we all. I was sitting there talking to a guy, and I hear this all the time. We're sitting there, just like 5 of us in the office. They completely left the office. Nobody's in the office. You know, we're waiting to get unloaded, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I said, there's nobody in the office. They just left us here. So 6 of us are sitting in there in the little area waiting. And I was like, this is ridiculous. And he's like, you never waited before? I'm like, yeah, but there's no reason for us waiting. They just left. Well, that's just how trucking is. You know, I've been doing this for 30 years, and that's how trucking is. Look, people, just because, you know, you got screwed 30 or 40 years ago doesn't make it right. You know, it's the same thing I used to run into in the military. It's the way it is. It's how we conduct business. If that's the way you conduct business and it's incorrect, you know, that doesn't make it right. You know? And I always have to tell people that, or remind people, there's a better way of doing things. And just because, you know, that's the way you've used to being treated, or, you know, you were treated unfairly or something like that, you don't continue on in that process. You say something. Make a change. Try to improve. You know, I get tired of hearing that same old crap. Oh, that's the way it is. You know, I've been doing this for 30 years, so that's the way it... No, it doesn't have to be that way. the more and more we as truckers say something about these ridiculous shippers and ridiculous receivers and the way they conduct business, how the heck you going to pull into drop a load and the guy and the people in the office just leave? I mean, that's just like you going into the bank and there's nobody in the for the teller, no tellers or nothing. You're like, hey, I want to cash a check here. And that's basically what happened. They just left, and there was nobody in the office to process our paperwork. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, why did you just leave? But like I said, the more and more we say something, the more and more we stick up. Communicate with each other, the better off we are. All right, this is J Trucker 717. Peace. I'm out of here. I got freight to move.